the guy said you can just you either figure it out and bring it to me or tell me what it is. We can tell him what it is. We can.
And what is it?
Yeah, what exactly is it?
It's a ghost.
Where did that come from? Where did that come from?
Don't hear.
I don't hear.
Right now. Dr. Bitters is the only one. I'm away.
No. Where are you going? Where are you going? No.
She just found a great big bag of notes.
You get onto the
I'm
porch,
following her.
Where did you go?
and the swing is still rocking.
No.
More notes. More notes.
I'm gonna go in here and watch the record be playing. Oh my god.
It's not.
We're gonna unlock the back door.
All right, to the left.
I'm unlocking the back door.
Yeah, okay. It's you need a key.
Give me the key.
It's an
Where's the
old
key?
door. It needs to have a key open from the other side.
Are there drawers like kitchen
You
drawers?
could just use a bullet because you apparently don't mind us shooting at anything.
Nissa, he's not in the room.
Are there kitchen drawers and stuff that we can look
Yep, sorry.
Okay,
Look
so
into
let's
the
find
drawers.
a
You
key.
find cutlery, silverware, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, let's just look at all the drawers, see if there's a key somewhere.
You still have the knife.
Well, it might be that other key to the front door too. There's a knife around, right? I'm gonna pick up a knife in the kitchen. Well, I'm gonna pick up another one.
Yeah, you find a slightly smaller knife than
Okay.
like the big
Yeah.
meat cleaver.
Yeah.
Or the butcher knife, thank you. That's what she said.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, you have a knife too.
Okay.
And a gun.
Okay, nice.
You just went insane.
No, she didn't go.
I'm gonna reload my.
Well, I mean, you didn't see it. Like we told you what we saw. I wasn't
Wait,
the
do you
only
have it?
one.
12.
Okay.
Yeah, but you believe in
she doesn't
this.
have
I
the extra
don't. That's a
one.
little
She
more
has
freaky
the
for us.
If you go insane.
Bullets.
Well, if you hit 0, you've gone irrevocably insane. If you take more than 5 at once, then you might go temporarily insane. And then it's random what happens. And it can vary from running away screaming, fainting, homicidal, suicidal. There's just a lot of different things that can happen. And then you get to decide as a character how you approach that. Say you get homicidal mania. Are you attacking the horrible thing that just made you go crazy? Or are you going to attack the person that's closest to you?
It's holding a shotgun at the ready.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just as an example. What do you do when you're crazy? What do you do? It's your fault. It's your fault. You know, it's up to the player to decide. So
Crazy. I was crazy once.
They locked me up in the rubber room. I died.
With rats. Rats. Crazy.
So like
Crazy.
I
was crazy once.
if you lose 20% of your sanity in the course of an hour, you can get a phobia or something.
Yeah. Which it's kind of random, so it could be like a phobia. Of
Actually,
water.
phobias aren't random. Phobias
That's
are
right,
based
that's
on
right.
what happened to you. Like if you saw something in the dark, you might become afraid of the dark for a few months.
What happens if every time she opens a fridge something pops up?
Yeah, that would
you
probably
ready
be
to
a pretty.
Can you make it
There's
scared of the
probably a
refrigerator?
phobia. There's telephonophobia is what one character had in one of my games once, because he kept getting phone calls from somebody he thought was dead, who he knew was dead. And eventually he could not stand the sound of telephones ringing or being around a telephone or talking on the phone. It only lasts for about 6 to 8 months usually, but still, that's a long time to never answer your phone again.
Or unplug it. Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't want to touch it. He also had arachnophobia too, so he had moved all the furniture away from the walls, so there wasn't any place for spiders to hide. So people come in his house and they're like, why is all the furniture? Anyway, okay, so what do you guys want to do? You've explored the entirety of the house, it looks like. There are other avenues of investigation that you can pursue.
Is there a shed outside?
There's no shed in the back. As far as trying to find out the history of the place, there might be some clues there. I'm throwing that out at you guys.
So I could go to the library.
Libraries, newspaper offices, the city, county courthouse to find records about the house, that kind of thing.
I think we're.
Yeah,
I think we need to get out of this place.
I have a
But you guys have explored the place. You have not found anything like.
I'm out of here.
I'm throwing this out as kind of to push it forward since we have a time limit, but you haven't found anything like solid, like a secret passage. Here's the monster, blah blah blah, that kind of thing.
We need to get a sledgehammer. The only thing we haven't explored in this house is those
I'm gonna call my contacts in the
firehouses,
local building
fireplaces.
and stuff and see if we can get some actual blueprints and see what was done with the house.
Okay, you can do that.
The bricked up ones.
All the guys from the
There
retail
is-
sales industry in Providence.
I'm gonna.
Hardware store.
Yeah, hardware
You
store.
can find it at a hardware store.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I was gonna go out and follow the retail sales industry in Providence, see like the sales history of the house.
You would probably need to go look in the county courthouse.
That's
if you want to
what
get those
I'm
kind of records.
I'm gonna
And you guys can
contact.
confer with each other and say, hey, we need to do this, and let's all do something different.
I'm gonna get in my contacts in the local ethnic community, see if there's any stories about
Yeah,
this house.
okay.
I'm
You can do
gonna,
that.
I have access to the medical records, so I'm gonna look at his medical records and see what he said. He might see.
Okay. He's still in the sanitarium, too, so I could also
Right.
interview him.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try and.
Okay.
We need someone to get a sledgehammer. Go the hard first way.
If I didn't say it, I made a mistake. He would have said, try not to damage the house.
Yeah, you didn't say that.
Okay, well, he said that.
Okay.
So Winston said
That bullet was in there when I got it.
Well, your guy freaked out. Okay? It's not like you're making a plan to shoot the thing. Like you're planning on using a sledgehammer, possibly on the fireplace. That could be considered damage to the house. So keep that in mind.
Okay,
You
well,
can
we
still
can,
do it.
we can
I'm
get
just saying.
we can get those things that, what's that thing that goes in between mortar to like get bricks out and stuff? You know, like when the bricks in and the
I don't
stuff in
think there is
between?
anything like
No, there is.
Yeah, there. Well, you can drill into it. And I think there is like a saw that cuts the wood. I don't know if you
I could ask my construction friends.
Okay. So are you looking into the? You were looking into the history of the house as well. Maybe like okay. So that would also be a county seat type of files kind of thing. Who's doing what? You're gonna go actually talk to
I'm
Jake.
gonna see if I can actually talk to him.
You were gonna talk to the ethnic people in the area, see if they've any stories. What about the rest of you guys?
That's retail sales for it.
Right. You want to go to the county
Yeah.
offices and find out the history of the house.
I guess I'll go to the library since you're doing that. Then.
You want to go to the library?
Like newspapers and stuff are there?
Well, which one? Library or
Well, I mean, are there
newspaper?
newspapers in the library?
Yes, there probably are, but there's going to be more. But there's only going to be like a week's worth of newspapers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, then I'll go to the newspaper place.
Okay, you can go to the newspaper offices. How about you? You can make a few phone calls. There might be. You've never heard anything about this house before.
I gotta tell Molly O'Shea.
Let's see if there's been any other lights. Is that your mom?
Nope, it has a sweetheart, Molly O'Shea.
Okay. Yeah. You can go. So are you two guys going to go together then, down to the clerk's office?
Sure.
Okay. What I'm going to
I'm
need.
his buddy since my other one was
No, but you have to go someplace where there isn't.
I'm not crazy.
You two can make me a library use check.
Is that literally on here?
Yes,
Okay.
library use. It's a very important skill. Some people are better than others.
Yeah.
15.
I
25.
made a 15%.
No,
Yes.
They're
That's
minus
successful.
25%.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm glad you got some.
Oh, you didn't fail by it very much. It might just take you a while.
31.
Yeah.
I had a 50% library use and I got a 15.
Yeah.
50%. Awesome. Okay. I thought I did
I
something
know.
else.
Well, it's okay. I saw
Here
it.
are the courthouse records of the owners of the property. Now that only goes back to the mid 1800s. There are other records that you can access if you want to look through to see if you can find earlier records than that.
Do we want to go earlier than this, or do we want? You want to start at this? I could try to look for earlier, but you could also try to find out what happened.
Probably don't speak
Use
that.
my check. Mine was like 31 or 25.
31 out of 25? No, you don't find anything. You two looked for till about lunchtime, and you managed to get together this list of things. You're talking to people in this area, kind of just questioning locals.
Yeah.
I want to. Sorry.
Yeah, let me go once around and then we'll come back. What you find out is that the place does have a nickname. It's been called the Massacre House. Nobody's really sure why, but everybody knows it's haunted. And it's been haunted for like forever.
Yeah, tell me about
That's
it.
basically what you find out. Okay?
Yeah, they.
Like as long as it's been there, it's been haunted. Is what you get. Nissa, you're heading for the newspaper offices, right? I mean the library use. And what do you want to look like heading back down, or do you want to look to start the oldest paper and want to work your way up?
I want to start looking at the date around when he bought the house and then at the very beginning.
Okay.
Of the history of the house.
Okay.
So whenever I
You
thought
don't
it
know
would
when the
have been
history of
built.
house. You don't know. You
Well, I
no
have
idea.
history.
You have no idea when this house was built.
I can't even tell within like a 25-year period.
No.
I'm lame.
No, you have history, but that's not like, oh, I can tell. You don't have architecture, do you? No. He's the only one with the architecture because he's an architect.
Okay, so
If you want to just start heading backwards, you can go that route.
I guess starting from when he left the house.
So,
January.
Ooh, indeed.
out of 70.
Nice. All right. You find.
Oh, that's 20. That's 20 out of 70.
That's.
That was an
even
upside down
better.
2.
All right. So this is from 1923. Is the first record you find that is related to the house. All right.
The earliest one you said?
That is the latest one. You started at 1926.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The most recent one.
Yes, most recent. And you've worked your way back, and so far that's the first one you found. All right, so you do have permission to talk to Jacob Newman. His brother actually contacted the hospital and said there'd be some people who'd be allowed to see him there because he's been keeping him. Only family is allowed to see him. So since you work there, you've got some more clout. They are going to keep him in the room with you. And Jacob North has brought him. He's in a straitjacket. He is. He's lost a lot of weight since he's been here. He's got short-cut hair that's now pretty messy, and a mustache, not bad looking, in his early 40s. He was heavier when he first came in. And he says, "Oh, hello. Hey, hello. Is this another session? I know we've been having lots of sessions. What are you saying? This guy is gone.
No, I'm high in psychology. So, I just, this isn't a session. I just wanted to talk to you, see how you're doing since you've been here.
The doctors say I'm better. They say I'm better. They say I'm better.
What, do you remember the last saw before you came here?
The last thing I saw, there was. I need to get home. Can you get me out of here so I can go home?
Do you want to go here?
I need to go home. I need to get back there. I guess I don't want to go. I don't want to go, but I need to go. I need to get back there.
Why do you need
I don't know. I don't know. She's there, you know. I don't know who. I don't know where she is, but she's there. I saw her. She's in the closet. It was in the dark, and she's waiting for me. I have to get back to her. I gotta go home. You gotta get me out of here. You gotta let me go home. You gotta let me go home. Let me go home. So he's starting to rant, and the orderly walks over and puts a hand on his shoulder, and just kind of gives you a look, and is getting him out of there because he's losing.
Just undid months of therapy.
This guy's ducking.
Okay.
Whoever she is,
You make a few phone calls, and you check in your pile of psychology, or parapsychology magazine. I can't remember the actual name of it. There's no mention of this house. And the other parapsychologists that you talked to have not heard of it. Yeah, that came up with nothing. So, that's what you're done with that by around lunchtime instead. Okay. What's the plan, guys? Would you guys have made a plan to meet for lunch or something after you'd started?
Yeah,
doing
that's
this?
what I was gonna say. We
We're
wouldn't have
gonna
been just like,
retcon
I do.
that. Did you guys decide to meet for lunch? There's a diner not too far from the house on one of the main streets on like Smith Street, I think is nearby, and you could meet there for lunch and have arranged that before you all went your separate directions. And so everybody's there. They have coffee. They have food. Everybody makes some orders, some lunch.
I get some apple pie.
Yeah, they got pie. They definitely have pie.
something more realistic.
That's a hint.
Is
Is that a hint?
I got pop fried egg on top.
You can do that. They got a lot of good stuff.
It's
So-
the 20s, want some cigarettes on it.
Shut up. No. But a lot of people in there smoking, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
Smoking, okay.
Now it's time for role play.
What did you find out?
I found out it's called the Massacre House.
For good
Nobody
reason.
knows why.
Oh, I know why.
Why?
Just something about it.
Okay, in 1923, a policeman was arrested for murdering his wife, but only under suspicion. He said that there was this ghost she'd been seeing in the house for 5 years, and it dragged her by her hair to the basement and murdered her brutally. And he found her body there.
It's been called this since well before that.
Yes,
Is the
in
name
1911. These people were admitted to the hospital because they lived there 2 years and lost 8 kids at that house.
Was her name Linda McConnell?
No, that was Alexander and Teresa Scott. In 1902, two women lived there, and they went insane in their bedrooms, and when the police came, the whole place was ransacked. In 1897, Elijah Whittle died there under mysterious circumstances, and his wife and son were killed by his own daughter 2 years before he died. But when he died, his daughter committed suicide. And then a whole family of squatters died there in 1882. And the house was built in 69. The owner lived on the property by himself. And 6 years later, he died. They came to his house and found 40 bodies in the basement that he apparently killed.
Who is the woman that you were?
He died 60 years later?
No, 6.
6 years later.
Yeah, he died in 1875. What are you?
He's got a piece of paper.
Yeah, what are you looking
It's
at?
probably a piece of notebook paper. That's all stuff you've written down.
We found the previous owners of the house
Which, the last ones, right before him?
up until 1800.
The 1800s is when it was built.
Apparently everybody.
Yeah.
Huh?
All the owners.
Everyone's name who's on it.
Okay. So Patrick Clayton was the first one?
Yep.
Elijah Whittle?
Yep.
2 unnamed women?
William Tripp in 85.
William Tripp.
Yep.
I don't-
1885.
I don't have that.
You may want to find out, because then we've got Elijah Whittle,
Yep.
Linda McConnell, Clint Everton,
And then Jacob.
Jacob North. Does that mean I have bingo?
Clint Everton, who was
Your character
before him?
No, but he is apparently a smartass.
Who was before Clint Everton?
Linda McConnell.
Okay, okay. Nothing about her in this article.
Well, I guess we have 2 people to look for.
Linda McConnell, and who's the other one?
William Tripp.
When I went to see Jacob, he said that there was a woman who was on it. So maybe it's this Linda. This Linda might be important for some reason. He said he didn't want to go back into the house, but he needed to go back in the house because she was there. Now, he didn't name her, but he just said she was there.
Did he say what she looked like?
He didn't say anything about what she
Will you tell me the years that everybody died real quick? Or incidents happened in?
Okay, so in 1923, the police wife was murdered.
23. Okay.
In 1918 is when she started seeing him before she died, so 5 years before. I don't know if that's important. I don't know if that's what you need. In 1911, 2 people were committed because their 8 kids died.
Okay.
In 1902, 2 unnamed women went insane in the house and died 2 years later. In 97, Elijah Whittle died in the house where his wife and son were killed by his daughter.
1987?
Yeah,
No,
that sounds like
18.
Sorry,
1887?
1897.
Okay.
And it sounds like the daughter went insane and killed her mother and brother and tried to kill him, but
The daughter
it didn't
went
work.
insane.
Yeah, but he survived.
Okay.
In 82, a family of squatters died, and Patrick Clayton died in 1875, and that's when the bodies were found.
It's the family of squatters.
So we might need to find William Tripp, because he's apparently the only person kind of on that list that did not die in that house.
What about Linda McCormick?
She moved in 10 years before the 11 kids, or the death of the kids.
Also keep in mind, if anybody was renting the house.
Okay,
they
so that was
must have-
probably one of the women. That was probably one of the women
Well,
that
and the
went
squatters.
insane.
That's what it's for.
Well then, I guess we have a couple more people to find.
Well, I didn't look very much through the library, did I? Or I mean, through the newspaper office?
No, not yet. you got back to that point, or a little before that. And anybody can go look at the newspaper offices if you want, or in the library if you want more clues and that kind of thing. So, what's the plan for after lunch?
I want to
I guess
actually.
we should look up William Tripp.
I want to get floor plans.
You drew floor plans.
Oh,
Well, yeah, I drew a floor plans from a little model that was inside the house.
They do not have floor plans because the house was built in so long ago. So there aren't actual a lot of houses now have to, or they put floor plans in, but nothing was given from back then. And as a matter of fact, a lot of the earlier records, it's just people writing in who owns the house and that kind of stuff in the record books. So you don't think you're gonna be able to find any original floor plans for this one?
That sucks.
So my interview meant nothing.
Not necessarily.
Except that you know he's crazy.
There's a
and
girl.
He's there.
Was the thing you saw a girl?
I didn't know who it was.
She's in it.
But when Timothy said she's
There's a
there,
lot of stuff in the closets.
she
Yeah.
had long hair.
Did
Oh, you know what?
yours look like a girl or a guy?
Here's one thing you can find.
I don't. It looked like death.
Is it on a burial ground?
No.
There's a ghost that smells.
If you go and look for plans and stuff, this is what you find.
Okay.
It's not really plans, but it's maps
Well,
of
not all of
the
us
location.
research this stuff weird.
So you're gonna look for
Yeah,
that.
but it's a
What do you wanna
ghost
do?
that smells, not like actual body smell.
I want
Does it disappear?
to try to track down this
Say again.
this guy that they're what's his name?
William Tripp?
William Tripp. I'm gonna
Okay.
try to track him down.
Okay.
Local cops.
What do you want to try to do? And remember, more people than one can do one thing. If 2 or 3 people want to hit the newspaper officer can. You guys haven't investigated the library for anything yet, or we really don't have any leads for anything you might be able to find there.
I imagine Division of Labor does it.
The newspaper.
You're gonna go for the newspaper. Are you going back to the newspaper, Nissa?
Yeah, but also not just William Tripp, but find out who Linda McConnell is, and wonder because I guess you can call your hospital and ask, or call the hospital and is this the hospital she works at? This,
Yeah.
We'll make it nice and easy.
Yeah, ask
I'm
them
gonna
if
on the stuff that I got.
in
I'm gonna give
1902
them
Linda
each a
McConnell
list
was
of the stuff so they know what the heck's going on off
with
of my notes.
another
You're doing
woman.
what now?
Making
Or
sure everyone has
either way, if she
Oh, yeah,
was,
okay.
if there was another
So
woman.
yeah, he's making this available to everybody for you guys to look at and make copies. Yeah.
What is fast talk?
Fast talk is trying to trick somebody to do something for a short period of time, like letting you through a door or getting into an office if somebody's just for a little bit. You're not trying to persuade them what you're doing is right. You're just trying to trick them so they're like, hey, come on, just for a few minutes, blah, blah, blah. It used to be cool, man.
Oh well, I just want to do things to help them.
Washington has your name on it.
Yes.
Little
Well, it's just straight
there's other things going on
Okay, what
right
do you
now.
want?
Like in the beginning, it was all about.
Okay, we're gonna go to the library. How about you? Well,
You can come with
yeah, you
me.
can go with her to the newspaper office, you can go to the library.
Well, you're gonna call the hospital too,
It takes hours to make a pizza.
but you can call probably from.
This day. I still haven't gotten my Friday.
When you call the hospital?
Can you blueberry pie and order blackberry?
Like if she got checked.
You'd probably have to actually go to the hospital to get that. They're not gonna give that kind of information.
You're probably the kind of animal that likes to
I
put
have
cheese
access
on
to
it.
that on phone.
Yeah, you do.
Is the 20th?
Is that nice for your what if? How else would you do it?
What?
Is your dice box wooden?
Is it what?
Wooden.
Yeah, it's wooden. Yeah, I got that at a con. When they put it in the booth I was working at to show it off, and then I got to keep it afterwards. Yeah, okay. Linda McConnell at the hospital. Newspaper article people, let's start with you. Go ahead and make library use rolls, please. I can't remember his name.
Oh, I
Well, I've got enough for Professor.
53 out of 66. Okay.
Library.
15.
15
out of 25.
Wow, did you make yours?
I didn't roll yet.
Okay, make a roll.
Welcome to the low rolling route.
You guys are doing really well.
I've been rolling a bunch of
66
90s. I
size.
don't know what you got.
Okay. You find that actually you guys could actually find these out a lot easier too. You're gonna have bonuses because you have like literal dates to actually look at least years. You find a book called Dark History of Providence. That's of interest. You don't know if it's related or not, though. Oh, here's you find plat maps of the area in different from different time periods, and you mark on there where you think the location of the house is on each one of these maps. The little circle thing. See, this is from it's a 1905 map, but it's like so it's 1926, and that's where the house is.
Yeah, no, could be.
Okay, at the hospital, Linda McConnell was admitted in. I never had anybody actually look into her, so I've got to find information. She was admitted in September of 1902. September 1902, and she died 2 years later. She was admitted with her associate, Miss Gloria Littlefield. They were both admitted at the same time, and then they both died roughly 2 years after that.
I guess that's how they did to find her.
So they didn't die in the house.
No, good. Then okay. You were looking into Tripp. Oh, Tripp was he's a landowner. He's owned a lot of properties in Providence. He owns a lot of rentals.
Okay,
Your best guess is that he possibly owned this house. That he obviously owned the house from what.
But he rented.
He found out that he probably rented out. He never actually.
That's why.
And that actually wouldn't take you very long if you wanted to do something else that afternoon. And finding those maps wouldn't take you very long if you wanted to go look for anything else that afternoon.
I guess I'm gonna go to the library and see if I can find any information about that area.
Are you at the newspaper office?
You find Dr. Bitters there reading a book.
Well, hi, Dr. Bitters.
Oh, that explains about.
Wow, he's really into
Who
it.
was missing Linda. She was one of
You
the
probably have to get his attention. Did you want to do anything else that afternoon? Actually, I'm going to give the newspaper office people an extra roll if you want to take them. Since you know the dates that you're looking for.
Dr. Bitters.
And you're going to get a bonus one too.
Mein Bitter.
That's 29.
Out of
25% lighter.
yeah, you're going to get it.
I'm gonna actually buy some more ammunition.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, you can buy some more ammo.
I'm gonna go grab books, like heavy ones, and just.
Okay.
I have access to medical equipment. Like, I'm
Fucking shit, don't do
You
that.
just dropped a bunch of books on the table in front of you. You were so engrossed in your reading, you didn't notice them trying to talk to.
Especially when I drink caffeine. It's like,
No,
it puts me
don't
on,
be.
like-
It's in character. You were reading, and he was going, Dr. Bitters, Dr. Bitters, Dr. Bitters. And so he dropped a bunch of books on the table in front of him.
What are you reading there, buddy?
Say what?
They're actually like a box of 20s.
Yeah, the box was for 45 caliber. It'd probably be a box of 50 for like $1.
I found a book about the switch.
Actually, that's just part of it. This is the excerpt that seems most interesting. Did you make your second letter in the script?
Yes, I did.
I'm equal with handguns, there's a lot of stuff, but
Was there a witch in that house?
where's this place at exactly?
It doesn't say. It's pretty vague. It's pretty badly written, actually. But this struck you as interesting, and you were reading it, and you stumbled across it.
It was just talking about this witch calls her to her neighbors. It was a lot. She's talking about her being on sort of the devil and all that.
As they usually
Her being able to go back and forth with her parents to Providence and back to her house some miles away.
Where was her house? Are there any context clues?
It says that the woman was thought to have come from Providence from Salem, Massachusetts. Salem, 1600s.
Because all of them girls were witches down there, apparently.
Yeah.
Well,
Just most of
yeah.
them.